Welcome back to the channel, guys. I just finished test driving a brand new 2019 CTS-V behind me. Customer's name is Ramiro. He is local in Houston, Texas. Actually a great customer as always. Shows up, we talk about different packages that we offer, and he didn't really nail down what he wanted. He just kind of told me what he planned on doing with the car and what his kind of goals were for the weekend toy, and left me a check and said, Steven, do what you would do if it was your car, and you know what I want to do with it, so just open checkbook, do what you want. Obviously I could have given him 1,000 horsepower, even 1,200 horsepower, and other people might have done that. In my opinion, for what he's doing, he's more of a weekend warrior guy. Him and his son, they drive to golf tournaments and so forth. His wife even can drive the car from time to time. I wanted to give him a reliable car that made horsepower that's faster than his brother's Blackwing. His brother has a Blackwing CT-5. So the goal was to give him a reliable car that runs and drives good while still making good horsepower. And behind me is our 850 horsepower flex package is what I chose to go with. Now, Ramiro, if you're watching this and you wanted more, I'm sorry. I just wanted to give you something reliable. I want you to feel it first, and if you want more, obviously you can bring it back and I can give you the world for now, or later on. But for now, come look at the 850 package and what we did to it. All right, so obviously when we first popped the hood, first thing that you notice is the billet supercharger lid. Mr. Ramiro wanted the car to not just perform well, he wanted to look good when he goes to car shows and pops the hood. So obviously a billet lid is a must for these cars, just so stock, if you don't hear it idling, all you see really is the RotoFab cold air, and you can see obviously an aftermarket belt. And in our case, every 850 package we do that runs E85, we add our breather to it as well. So popping the hood, you really don't see much, I call it bling under the hood, stuff that looks really good. So the billet lid is something that is a must for a customer like this that wants to go to car shows and show the car off. But our 850 package is, the engine comes out, we do our complete cam package, get rid of all the displacement on demand, all the lifters are changed out, cylinder heads get done, all new valve springs, hardened push rods. As far as supercharger goes, I don't want to sound like I'm rambling here, but as always, guys, the 1.7 liter supercharger, we did not port this one. This one's still in factory form. We keep the stock supercharger pulley on it, and I make more boost because the engine's more efficient with the cam and the headers with the lower dampener. So the ATI on the bottom, we have certain ring sizes that we can adjust how hard we want to spin the supercharger. And that is what keeps this package, in my opinion, reliable, safe, and especially in this Houston weather, to keep the intake air temps down where they're not the computer's not pulling out 5-6 degrees of timing by the time you're going 130 miles per hour. So again, this car can run on 93 octane if he's just driving it every day or wants to go on a road trip. And if he knows it's a weekend and he's gonna go have fun with his buddies or race his brother, he can put E85 in the tank. And as y'all can see on this side, here's the breather we installed, as well as the flex fuel sensor as well. So that way the computer automatically corrects itself. So he doesn't have to do anything in the car besides put gas in it and go. And something that I mentioned earlier while I was test driving the car, I said I thought it had stock street tires on it. I was wrong. We actually put Toyos on the back of this thing. So the first few pulls I made, I did it with traction control on. I was doing second gear pulls, and I can feel it skating quite a bit. So I just assumed, again, I drive these cars every day, and Jason just throws me these cars and says, make videos of them. So I just assumed, like, man, I think it has stock tires on it. Well, I turned traction control off. It spun, but it was still moving really fast. So then at that point, I realized, you know what, I think it does have a good tire on it. So yes, we did put a Toyo on the back of it for his safety, because again, I know him and his brother are gonna be racing against each other this weekend. As soon as he gets it back, I know it. But again, with the flex sensor and E85, as always, I want the customer or whoever's driving the vehicle to be able to see the ethanol content. So we install the P3 gauge, and right now he's running 63%. So he can go from pump gas or E85, and the computer does all the work. We tune it, so all he has to do is put gas in it and go and enjoy himself. So, man, Ramiro, this one turned out nice. It is a beautiful car. I hope you enjoy it. If you want more, I'm sorry I didn't give you more right now, but obviously you're here in Texas, you can bring it right back, and we can upgrade this to 1,000 horsepower, even 1,200 horsepower package very easily. So you guys watching, stay tuned for content that I just filmed a second ago of some good action shots in this car. That's traction control on, this thing's spinning like crazy. We are in Ramiro's, for him, brand new 2019 Cadillac CTS-V. I call them the V3s. He purchased it, I think just a month ago or so. Car only has less than 3,000 miles on the odometer. Customer is cool as shit. He's local to us. Came in, talked to him about a few different packages and what we offer. And at the end of the day, he left me a check and said, Steven, I don't even want to know, just surprise me. Do what you would do. You know what I plan on doing with the vehicle. Surprise me with the package. So this customer has no idea what we did to his vehicle. I hope I chose right. I didn't go crazy and give him 1,000 horsepower, 1,200 horsepower like I could have. In my opinion, for what he's doing with the car, he's a weekend warrior, just wants to play. I think giving him 800 horsepower on pump gas is enough. And then when he wants a little bit more, if he's going to be racing, he can put E85 in the tank and give himself 850 horsepower. And again, I might be wrong. He might have wanted more, but it'll be interesting to see when he gets it. I think he can get it, drive it, enjoy it, see how the power feels. And then if he wants more, obviously he can come back and we can give him more then. But I chose to give him our, what we call our 850 horsepower flex package. because the Cadillac, it's a Cadillac, right? It drives smooth, super comfortable. He plans on driving it. You know, him and his son, they go golfing. They want to be able to hop in it, be comfortable doing it. But at the same time, he has a brother, I think with a black wing that has a little bit of mods done to it. I know he doesn't want to lose to him. So in my opinion, this should be enough to beat him, as well as plenty of other cars out in the road. And as you're about to see, I'm gonna try to get a couple little test passes in on this thing. I'm gonna do, it has factory tires in the back, so it's gonna spin, but I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna turn traction control off, do a little second gear pull, and as always, put it in manual mode, check the shift points, and just make sure everything is on point right now. But I think Ramiro will be satisfied with the car. I just briefly got on it, just one little baby pull before I turned the GoPros on. To me, it felt great. I did have traction control on, so this will be the first time I try to make a small pull with traction control off. It's probably gonna blow the tires off really hard in second gear, but again, that'll at least give you guys that are watching the idea of how fast these cars truly are with only 850 horsepower, which sounds insane. But still maintaining full street manners to be able to drive every day, like I said, if he wanted to, or to go on road trips if he wants to. He can put 93 octane in it, drive wherever he wants, but when he wants to go race people, you know, make sure he has E85 in the tank. So I'm gonna put it in manual mode. I have it in track. I'm gonna downshift this thing down into second gear, and again, it's probably gonna blow the tires off really good. Hopefully it makes a 2-3 shift because it goes off of speed. The wheel speed might be too fast for it, but we're about to find out. Yeah, buddy. I mean, that is fun as hell. And that we do have the 85 in the tank right now. Sorry, that thing's rattling. License plate cover. Y'all saw that was a quick little burst to about 110, which is what most of our customers do in these vehicles. They're not going, you know, 200 miles an hour all the time, unless they're going to these half-mile events and stuff like that. So all in all, I think this is the perfect platform for him. It's what I chose. Again, I could have given him 1,000 horsepower, even a 1,200 horsepower package, and I think he would have been stoked for that too. But I wanted to keep him, again, very reliable, a car that he and even his son is in high school can drive if want to, and his wife can drive if need be. A reliable car that makes good horsepower, that's fun to drive. And if he wants more, as always, he can always come back. We can put a ported supercharger on top of it, or swap this supercharger out and put a Magnuson 2650 on it and make even more power. So I'm gonna do a U-turn. Actually, I'm gonna stop real quick. Let me save that log, and then we'll do a U-turn and do one more. So again, I have it in track mode. I have traction control off, in manual mode, so I can auto upshift it if I want by myself, or I can floor it, and once it hits a set point that I have it set at, it should shift itself. And that's essentially what I'm testing. I want to make sure it's shifting at the correct RPM I want it to be. So we're at second gear, go up to close to 3,500, 4,000. Spun all through second, it skated, grabbed third, spun a little bit in third, top of third, hooked up and went.